I'm Nicholas Spalacy here at the Democratic National Convention with Congressman Honda. Thanks for being here.
Well, I'm glad to be here.
I wanted to ask you about immigration. It's a hot topic right now. A lot of the speakers are talking about it. There are a lot of legal immigrants waiting in the process. Their applications are pending. Do you think those should be cleared in the queue before a pathway for citizenship is provided to undocumented immigrants?
Oh, come on. You could give me a better question than that. We can multitask. We're not a linear country, We can do both, and we should do both.
And do you think that right now the pending cases, there's like 500,000 pending immigration cases?
There's a big backlog on reunification, and that's what we've been working on. And that's why I was a little disappointed in the speaker when he didn't allow us to have the vote on comprehensive immigration reform, because the part I worked on was making sure that we take care of the backlog, we take care of redefining what family is to include binational same-gender couples as part of the definition also. And so, let me say it this way. There was one person that denied 11 million people a pathway to citizenship. So one person that denied or enhanced or created the possibility of 32,000 people being killed by firearms, and that's the speaker. He alone disallowed us to have that vote. He alone, he should feel that pressure, and he should feel that responsibility, and he should feel the pain and the suffering of every person that has been harmed or killed by firearms from this day forward.
How about a step-by-step approach, though, on immigration reform? Is there something you could support as a starter?
I support a comprehensive approach, because breaking it out is going to fractionalize the coalition that was built around comprehensive. It's not a bill I would have written, but it's a coalition that I wanted to see for a long time. Then we could go back and, fix up some of the pieces. What we did allow ourselves to do was to pull out the dreamers and to address that separately. Because I think that that's something that won't dissolve the coalition. Having the dreamers and that possibility, it was a big disappointment to them and to myself when we fell short by 3 votes in the Senate.
And what do you say back to the Republicans like Donald Trump specifically, who are saying about the border, specifically about border security, that people who came illegally came the wrong way and they broke the law? So they broke a federal law and they should be sent back because of that, because they broke the law.
We break a lot of laws in this country. Like selling firearms that shouldn't be sold, and it gets sent on the other side of the border to be used nefariously. I think that we have to look at why people come over and use that as a judgment rather than saying you didn't come through the proper process. The process is broken. We're looking at youngsters who braved 2 or 3 borders to get here, to escape rape, murder, the fear of and terrorism of gangsters in Central America. And we're telling them they got to go back. What kind of a character, what kind of a person has the strength and the will to travel that distance and come across the border? That's the kind of person I'd like to have in this country. Give me a person with that kind of will and character, and I'll tell you that that's going to be a good American.
At the Democratic National Convention in Philadelphia, I'm Nicholas Spalacy.